Hey Bills Mafia, welcome back to the channel where we bring you the latest and greatest updates on our Buffalo Bills. You already know the deal. Our team is constantly looking to improve and take that next step toward a championship. Before we dive into today's massive free agency discussion, take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring you more exclusive content on all things Bills football. Now let's get into it. With Amari Cooper hitting free agency, the Buffalo Bills faced a major question mark at the wide receiver position heading into the 2025 offseason. While Cooper remains unsigned, the Bills have made some key moves to strengthen their receiving core, including signing former Los Angeles Chargers wideout Joshua Palmer to a 3-year, $29 million deal. As of now, the team is set to enter the season with a wide receiver trio consisting of Palmer, Keon Coleman, and Khalil Shakir. On paper, it's a solid group, but there's a lingering question. Is it enough for Josh Allen to take this offense to the next level? Bruce Ewing of Yardbarker believes the Bills could still add more firepower, specifically naming 6-time Pro Bowler Keenan Allen as an ideal target for Buffalo. Allen would fit perfectly on the Bills, where QB Josh Allen recently won the NFL's MVP award, Ewing wrote. Allen has missed 16 games over the past 5 seasons, but would bring a 17-game average of 1,245 yards and 7 touchdowns to a team without a 1,000-yard receiver last season. Allen is coming off a relatively down season in 2024, which often signals decline for a receiver approaching his mid-30s. He turns 33 this year, and some analysts believe his best years are behind him. However, the drop-off may not be entirely due to aging. Let's not forget that Allen missed 2 games last season, and beyond that, he was playing in a struggling Chargers offense that lacked stability at quarterback and offensive play calling, with a more consistent system and an elite quarterback. Like Josh Allen throwing him the ball, Keenan Allen could bounce back in a big way. That being said, Buffalo has already committed significant money to Joshua Palmer, and Allen's skill set may overlap with Khalil Shakir, who primarily plays out of the slot. This raises the question, is there room for another high-profile receiver on the roster? One of the biggest obstacles to signing Allen is Buffalo's current salary cap situation. Spotrac projects that Allen could command a 2-year, $20.1 million contract in free agency. Meanwhile, the Bills have just $4.4 million in available cap space. That means unless Buffalo makes some tough financial moves, adding Allen would be extremely difficult. If the Bills decide to pursue Allen, they would likely need to restructure existing contracts, release some players, or sign Allen to a team-friendly deal with incentives. Another possibility? The team could simply opt for a more affordable veteran, receiver for depth rather than a high-cost Pro Bowler like Allen. Speaking of financial flexibility, the Bills recently received unexpected salary cap relief following the suspensions of newly signed defensive end Michael Holt and defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi. General Manager Brandon Beane announced March 14th that both players will serve 6-game suspensions to start the 2025 season due to violations of the NFL's PED policy. This development carries significant financial consequences for both players and the team. According to Spotrac, Holt will forfeit approximately $1.47 million during his suspension. His forfeited salary includes $1 million in base salary, $293,000 in sign-in bonus, $180,000 in per-game active roster bonuses. Because the suspension was handed down after Holt signed his deal, the Bills will receive cap relief from the forfeited money. Ogunjobi's situation is slightly different. Since his suspension was announced before he officially signed his contract, Buffalo and Ogunjobi renegotiated the deal accordingly. As a result, his salary guarantee was voided, his previously reported $8. $3 million contract was reduced to a 1-year, $6.7 million deal. His 2025 cap hit is now approximately $4.1 million. The adjustments in Ogunjobi's contract will allow the Bills to recover additional cap space, which could in theory help them pursue another free agent signing, maybe even Keenan Allen. Now, let's get into it. Since Terry Pegula took over ownership of the Buffalo Bills in 2014, He has made major strides in turning this franchise into a perennial contender. But after 6 straight seasons of playoff heartbreak, one question remains. Has the Bills' ownership truly shown a win-now mentality this offseason? There's no denying that the 2025 offseason is one of the most critical in franchise history. The Bills' front office wasted no time locking in key players before free agency even began. Greg Rousseau, Terrell Bernard, Khalil Shakir, and of course, franchise quarterback Josh Allen all received well-deserved contract extensions. The goal? Keep the core intact and build around it. Once free agency opened, Buffalo shifted into full attack mode, making several moves to bolster the roster. Let's talk about the defense first. The pass rush needed reinforcements, and the Bills responded by signing Joey Bosa, Michael Holt, and Larry Ogunjobi. Even though Holt and Ogunjobi will miss the first 6 games due to suspensions, their presence later in the season will be a huge boost to the defensive front. On the offensive side, Buffalo made some key additions as well. Joshua Palmer and Laviska Shenault Jr. joined the wide receiver room, giving Josh Allen more weapons to work with. Palmer, in particular, brings speed and big playability that should help stretch the field. The Bills also retained running back Ty Johnson, a move that may not have grabbed headlines but adds valuable depth to the backfield. With all these signings, the big question is, have the Bills done enough to show they are serious about winning a Super Bowl? Well, according to The Athletic, the answer is a resounding yes. In a recent article ranking all 32 NFL teams based on their ownership's commitment to winning, Buffalo was placed in the top tier, what they called contention mode. Their reasoning? Simple. The Bills didn't just make splashy signings, they made smart strategic moves to address their biggest needs while managing the salary cap efficiently. They secured their franchise quarterback for the long haul, added pass rush help, strengthened the secondary, and gave Allen more offensive firepower. The front office has been aggressive, and that's exactly what a team that wants to win now needs to do. But let's not ignore the 2 big contract situations still lingering, running back James Cook and cornerback Christian Benford. Cook has been vocal about wanting to be paid as a top-tier running back, and his production backs it up. If Buffalo wants to keep him happy and avoid distractions heading into the season, an extension needs to happen sooner rather than later. Then there's Benford. The cornerback market has been exploding in recent years, and waiting too long could cost the Bills more money down the line. Locking him in now would be a smart move to maintain defensive stability for years to come. The final piece of the puzzle? The 2025 NFL Draft. With cap space limited, the Bills will need to use the draft to address remaining roster holes, particularly adding depth on the defensive line and in the secondary. If they can hit on a few key picks, this roster could be one of the most complete in the NFL. At the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills have to make a strategic decision. Do they roll into the season with their current wide receiver group? Or do they take a chance on a proven veteran like Keenan Allen? There are valid arguments on both sides. On one hand, Allen is a 6-time Pro Bowler with a history of elite production. If he can stay healthy, he could provide Josh Allen with another reliable weapon, making Buffalo's passing game even more dangerous. On the other hand, the Bills might not have the financial flexibility to make it happen, and adding Allen could stunt the development of younger receivers like Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. Now we want to hear from you. Should the Bills go all in and sign Keenan Allen, or should they focus on developing their young receivers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll keep bringing you all the latest Bills news and analysis, so stay tuned for more updates. See you in the next one. Bills Mafia.